from the studios at Monash University, By Popular Demand, a show that features the latest and greatest emerging performers and songwriters to come from the Sir Zelman Cohen School of Music and Performance. And to introduce these incredible artists, by popular demand, our host, Annie Louey.
Hi there, welcome to another episode of By Popular Demand, the best music show on Aussie TV right now. I'm not allowed to say that? Okay. Well, it's the best music show on Aussie TV right now that's filmed on campus at Monash University, Clayton, and hosted by a comedian. Wow! We set the bar super high last time with the acts that we saw, and we hope tonight will be no different. The artists are all final year pop music students and stars in the making. In between the performances, I'll be chatting to some of them right here on the couch. We've also got interviewer Sam Murphy checking in with the act's side stage, who might very well be pooping their pants with nerves. How are you doing though, Sammy?
I'm doing very well, thank you for asking, Annie, and I think everybody else's pants are doing just fine too. I am here in the Margaret Kartomi Gallery of Musical Instruments and Artifacts, and I am ready to dive backstage and get amongst this next batch of artists and performers. In the meantime though, I am going to stay out here while they set up in case anybody tries to make me lift something heavy. But the drum kit's in. The guitar amps are live and sound check is nearly done by the sounds of it, so I'm sure I'll have somebody in my grasp for you very soon. I'll chat to you then.
Let's get stuck into it. Our first act is a band that met at uni. This uni, plot twist. They were studying popular music, of course. So give it up for Cupid and Denim.
He took my soul a few months ago. It's not coming back, it's not coming back. He took my voice a few months ago. It's not coming back. He took my soul a few months ago. It's not coming back, it's not coming back. He took my voice a few months ago. It's not coming back. He took my soul a few months ago. It's not coming back, it's not coming back. He took my voice a few months ago. It's not coming back. I miss my friend. I miss her, I miss her, I miss her head. Everyone forgets it's not coming back, it's not coming back. He took my voice a few months ago, it's not coming back. Well, I'd like that back.
That was Cupid and Denim with Not Coming Back. Check them out on Instagram. I saw they've got some sick merch, so who knows, slide into their DMs and see if they've got any left. Joining me now on the couch is an artist who I'm about to freak out because I'm actually very familiar with her family. So please give a big warm welcome to Lunic. Hello.
Hi.
So, you might not know this, but I have interviewed your sister before, Jade Alice
wow.
Music, and I did acting classes with your cousin, Robbie.
No
Fabretto.
way. That's
Yes.
awesome. That's insane.
So you come from this like massive, very creative family. Was it obvious that you were going to go into music?
Yeah, I think so. I've grown up with it from a very young age, and so I've just been surrounded by it. And I guess, yeah, I knew that I wanted to do it. Yeah.
And in terms of your distinct style, how would you describe that?
I would say I do like alternative folk pop, bit of indie. Yeah.
Cool. What about your inspirations? Who would you say you're inspired most by?
I would say Harry Styles is a big one, and Dora Jar, who I've recently fell in love with. Suzanne Sonfor and Sufjan Stevens. Yeah.
I need to look these people up.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I only know Harry Styles, and that's
fine.
so mainstream of me.
No, that's great. He's a good one.
Yeah. With the gigs that you've been doing, I saw that other people play in your bands and you've done vocals for other people.
Yeah.
How's the collaboration been like?
It's beautiful. I love collaborating with other people, and yeah, I've played quite a few with this cohort at uni, which has been really wonderful, doing like bass and vocals, which has been really nice.
Like guitar, like bass guitar?
Yeah, electric bass
Wow.
and a bit of guitar.
That's
yeah.
so badass.
Thanks. Yeah, I picked it up quite recently, so that's been fun.
If you've got any advice for people who want to take up music or join this course, what would you say?
Yeah, if you love it and if it's what you like feel passionate about and what you want to do, I think it's really important to go for it and like do what feels right for you. And this is a great course to really explore all your talents and really collaborate with other people. So yeah, I think go for it.
Do you have a dream gig, one that you hope one day you could perform at?
Yeah, like a venue
Or anything.
Anything. I think like a festival would be really cool. I would love to do a support for Dora Jar.
Can we send her an email? Like, can we just petition so we can get you on?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll slide into a DM. Okay, it's Annie Louey. Come on. Do
Come
your girl
on.
a favour.
That would be incredible.
Yeah. Are you working on recording more stuff at the moment?
I am, yeah. My dad has a studio, so it's very awesome for me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm working on an EP at the moment.
Can we know what the EP is? Has it got a title yet?
It doesn't have a title yet, but I've got, it's not finished. I've got a few songs. This one will be on it. And I've also released a song already, which will also be on the EP.
Yep. Let's talk about the song People Pleaser. The lyrics really resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not having boundaries, like people stepping on you. Is this something you based on personal experience?
Yeah, I did. It's quite personal. I think it was really exciting when I found the idea to write about it, because lyrics aren't always my forte. But yeah, I guess it's just, it runs through, and yeah.
Did you come up with the music first or the lyrics?
The music, actually, yeah. I was just experimenting with some random lyrics. I just blurted out, and then I think the first line, "Gentle me only wants to please," was the first one.
Wow.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Something I can write about.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like this is something I'm talking a lot about, like being a people pleaser. Even like a video came up that my friend sent me. She said that it's like, if you had to be a parent of your parent, then you become a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. I had this like, that's what happened. Like I was always doing forms for my mum. I was doing her Centrelink business.
Right,
and now
okay.
like it's hard for me not to say,
interesting.
set up boundaries and say
Yeah,
like.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Have you overcome it now that you've written the song?
Probably not, but that's okay. Yeah, no, it's I'm working on it.
Good, yeah. I hope you weren't writing the song to please anybody but yourself.
No, that's
Good.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
All right, I'll let you head off to do your set. There's some decorations to put on, I've heard.
Yep.
Yep, and please say hi to the fam for me.
I will.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's check in on another member of the By Popular Demand family now. Sam, what's up?
Well, we're nearly ready for Lunic down here in the Performance Theatre, but before we get started, I've managed to snag a little bit of time with her drummer. It's the inimitable Abby Bicknell. Are you raring and ready to go, Abby?
Sure am, Sam. Got the cymbals on. How are you going?
I am so good. I'm so excited to watch Lunic perform tonight. I'm excited to see you drum for her.
Thank you.
Now, you're in second year at the popular music course at Monash. You're not one of the third years that's starring in this season of By Popular Demand, but you are in quite a few of their bands as a session drummer. You're getting quite a rhythmic workout over these couple of weeks.
That's a good one. This season...
I thought it was funny.
It was funny. It was funny. I'll give you that. This semester has been extremely busy for me, just due to these artists that I've run into, just by circumstance, really, through uni classes, ensembles, that sort of thing. Just asked me to start it off with performance prac, playing in those, and then in second semester playing in the TV performances and other recitals. But yeah, people like Lunic, Araminta, Tamalia, you'll see me pop up in all over the place, yeah.
Incredible. And you are connecting with all of these artists, all of these songwriters that are often need a drummer in their performance bands, and you're all starting to gig quite a lot. I know you're a bit of a fixture in the band rooms of Fitzroy at the moment. How's that going for you right now?
Yeah, no, it's going great. I mean, it all started last year with my first gig with Kitty Ray. Kicked me off in the North Side at the Workers Club, and ever since, all of those artists that I mentioned before that you'll see me playing with throughout the night are starting to gig now in the North Side. So places like Brunswick Artist Bar have been there recently. It really seems like it's starting to be a great session career for me at the moment, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I think Lunic is nearly here, so I'm going to let you finish warming up, getting in the zone. We'll go back to you in the studio, Annie, but I hopefully will be seeing Abby in a couple of dingy band rooms near you.
Oh, yeah.
Lunic is ready to go in the studio, so here's her song, People Pleaser.
Gentle me, only wants to please. It runs in the family, a little too polite. But oh no, you stepped on me. On my knees. Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Did I say that right?
We just heard People Pleaser there by Lunic, and how good were the decorations too. Fairy lights, they just make everything better. Next up on the couch is someone who I haven't met before, but I am sure she's got a great sense of humour, judging by her dark, quirky tunes and snarky lyrics. Welcome to the couch, Tamalia, aka Liv. Hi.
Hello. How you going?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How are you feeling now that you're about to go on to perform?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to just go put my alter ego on and spook them all.
What does that involve? Yeah, how is there a difference between Tamalia and Liv?
I just think I just tell stories from a just a sort of weird, darker perspective when I'm Tamalia.
Have you always been like that?
Something I've just developed like the past few years, especially this year, really honed in on it.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. Yeah.
Have you had a lot of time to reflect on who you want your persona to be?
I think just through writing more songs and performing more and like pushing, going too far and like not far enough, I've sort of found the balance.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
big fan though, because I can tell from some of the videos that you've got such an expressive face, and I like that there was a quote saying that your like a bit of cabaret style is in there. So
Yeah, sort of that like more performative like aspect has come out, like to put on a show sort of, but in a dark and poppy way. Yes.
And your music is a bit like that too, right?
Little bit,
You
yep.
kind of catch people off guard because like the way that I see you, you look very sweet, but then like the lyrics are like, oh, boom.
Yeah. So I try and find like the balance between this is not funny and this is funny. So talking about like kind of heavier like topics, but then making you laugh. And
Yeah.
the laugh is sort of the release, but it's not funny, that's why you're laughing. That's kind of where the lyrics have sort of
Yeah.
gone with my music.
Yeah, let's talk about the song that you're going to be playing then,
Yeah.
Stupid.
Stupid.
It is so catchy. It hooks us like from the start. How did you come up with the concept of that?
Stupid came from just like, sometimes you're hanging out with people and you say something silly and they can joke around and say, oh, you're so stupid, ha ha ha. And it gets to a point where you keep hearing it that you like overthink it and you're like, are you joking or like, are you being serious? So I just took that concept and honed in on it even more.
So when I went to visit your Instagram, it looks like you blend some dance into your music as well, because there's some stuff of you playing the piano but doing like crazy backbends. What's that about?
True. That's so true. I need to figure out how to do that live.
Yeah, totally.
Just like stop playing like
Yeah, like start contorting yourself.
Yeah.
Just do some
I think that
stuff.
had really good dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been a dancer forever. I still am. I'm a ballerina.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. And I just really like that. And I've done a little bit of acting in high school and stuff, but using that to, as like, incorporate that with my music, something that I definitely want to keep exploring and being quite dramatic and pulling shapes and things.
Yeah.
It's just different, and I like that. It's different.
Have you managed to do it at all yet? Has there been any crossover in terms of like live performance where you can do a bit of dance?
Yeah, I think it works if I have music still going. So if that's like the band still playing, then I can actually get off the piano and do something, or looping something, then I can get up and move
need to
around a
see
bit
this.
just to add a bit of drama.
Yeah. So what have you got on the cards for the future?
Yeah, EP next year and just more gigging. Keep on going. Yes.
Great. Where can we find you on Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is tamalia.music and my Spotify is just Tamalia.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Liv. Chookers for tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, over to Sam now.
Hey Annie, I have decided to make a trip upstairs to the digital hub here at Monash to have a chat with one of the busier gentlemen on campus at the moment. This is Chris. He's one of our resident sound engineers and all-round tech wizard. How are you, Chris?
Fantastic, doing some magic.
Excellent. That's what we like to see. Now, there are a lot of moving parts to putting on a program like this. Why don't you tell us about a few of the different bits and pieces that go into putting a performance like Lunic's on tape?
Yeah, so from the tech side of things, as you said, yeah, it's pretty busy. We're mixing audio front of house and monitors live. We're also trying to do a multi-track recordings that we're still mixing live so we can send to the video folks, along with all of the cameras over our own internal IP network to keep all of the video and audio under control. So there's a lot going on.
Amazing. I mean, I understood at least half of the words that came out of Chris's mouth just now, but I'm glad that you understand all of them. And so you do this day in, day out, Monday to Friday, sometimes on the weekends as well. You're here a lot. Why are you? There's so much to do, so much to learn. Are you bringing new people on board onto the team to kind of take on these new opportunities?
Absolutely. I think one of the best resources we've got here are some of our up-and-coming students who have allowed me to take a more systems tech approach to this project and get them on the tools, doing all the some of the mixing and all of the moving things around and those moving parts are now under control by some fantastic students who have really made this project a joy to work on.
Well, speaking of fantastic students, Chris, I just wonder, you work across so many of the different streams here at the School of Music, across all the different year levels, so many different ensembles and genres. I wonder if any eminent favourites have emerged to you from amongst the student body. And before you answer, I will let you know there is a right answer. And if you get the right answer, I do promise to stop knocking over microphone stands during my live performances.
Well, absolutely, there's only one, Sam, and it would be you.
We love to see it. We're finished up here, Annie. We're going to let Chris get back to work. We'll see you back in the studio.
The next song we're about to hear is just exquisite. You might need a tissue for this one. It's Jade Judd with Rosary.
Is this really how you're leaving from a cold, dark hospital room? Is this really how we're grieving and you don't know who is who? I'll memorize the prayer she taught me. If I don't, I'll smack my own hands. I've gotten weird looks from my family. If I told them, they wouldn't understand. Isn't it overwhelming to love as hard as this? Just a rosary above my head, hold me down, iron fist. Am I growing up in the right way? He thinks I'm a bad kid too. Did I find the best words to say? I think I disappointed you. Isn't it overwhelming to fall right to your knees? Just a rosary above your head. Don't fall asleep among the trees. Above your head, don't fall asleep among the trees. Don't fall asleep among the trees. Don't fall asleep among the trees. Don't fall asleep.
Such a beautiful song about grief. Head to Jade SoundCloud for more of that goodness. Now, I'm lucky enough to be joined by one of the teachers here at Monash Uni who came up with the idea for By Popular Demand. He's the convener of popular music at Monash. I'm not smart enough to know what that means, so I had to Google it. And basically, it means he manages the course. He's had extensive experience in TV shows in his former life as a session musician. So let's give lots of love to this guy so that the course keeps running. It's Dr. Rod Davies. Hello.
Hi Annie, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for letting me take charge of this couch today. I've enjoyed all the guests immensely, but now you're in the hot seat.
Yes.
And back in the day, I found out that you didn't even do a music degree to begin with. You have a Bachelor of Science, and that was in psychology and physiology. So how did you find your way into music?
So, well, I actually started with a music degree and dropped out and joined a band and went on the road. So that was the end of my music studies at that point. But yeah, when I landed back in Melbourne, I was particularly interested in science at high school, and I kept the music going all the way through the science degree. I actually have a Monash degree. So back in the 90s, I did my science degree here, and just kept the music going. And then actually the year that I graduated was a year that my music just opened up, and you know, I was on the road with Tina Arena and Mark Seymour and doing a TV show, believe it or not, back then. In Melbourne Tonight was the show back then. So I was, you know, from the mid-90s in a music career. Wow. Eventually, you know, I started getting interested again in study, and I came back and did some research training and then a PhD, and found my way back here in music at Monash. So.
Yeah, I heard that you got knocked back from Melbourne Uni.
Who told you that?
It's on your bio, so it's no secret. But do you think they're kicking themselves now that they don't have you?
I don't know, probably not.
But either way, you're very talented because you've been on these TV shows that are iconic. Anyone who grew up like I did in the 90s and 2000s, you did Australian Idol, Dancing with the Stars. So many of these songs, so many of these shows that had live house bands. Yep. Do you think that we've peaked for that kind of genre?
There was definitely a time, you know, through that period of the 2000s, you know, there were so many shows that had live bands, but that was like picked up, you know, the wheel had turned from the 80s and the 90s when we had live bands on the Midday Show and Hey Hey It's Saturday and Good Morning Australia, that all had live music. And then it kind of came back in the 2000s, and we had, you know, a whole bunch of shows, and I was lucky enough to work on a few of them. But have we peaked? I reckon the wheel will probably just turn again, and we'll probably see a resurgence in another 5 or 10 years. And there's nothing like a live band on TV. I think it's got a special energy. That's something that I've wanted to create here in this project by popular demand, and because it is quite a unique energy to hear a live band recorded in a studio.
So what do you get a kick out of most with this course?
Look, just seeing people gain confidence. You know, I think you'll probably see that in the people you speak to on this show. You know, they're confident people who are really articulate about what they do and what they want, and you know, how they feel about music. You know, and I think that's the great joy is seeing them, because I meet them when a lot of them when they're 18 years old, and say goodbye to them when they're about 21, and that in that 3 years there's so much development, and I love that.
Yeah. Have you seen people who graduate come back to do talks or like have massive careers? Yeah,
well, I mean, we had Emma on a previous episode talking about what she's done since graduating, and you know, we had her on in a masterclass earlier this year talking about her career. You know, so we love to keep our alumni close, and you know, always stay in touch with them.
And so with the course, where do you think it's headed in the future?
That's a good question. I mean, this year is the first year that we've actually run the course with all 3 year levels. It's actually the first year, because we started in 2020 with the new course, the popular music course. It's the first year that we've run it on campus. You know, all 3 year levels.
Were you doing Zoom classes?
We had 2 years on Zoom.
Wow.
You know, and so I think we're just starting to find out what the course is, you know, and I think it could go anywhere, you know. I think it's got great potential. The students are amazing, and you know, and the university is really supportive of what we're doing, supporting us making a TV show now, you know. So I think it could go anywhere. I have to think of a new idea.
Yeah. It's awesome that they're given real world opportunities to perform at pubs and clubs all around town. I feel like people don't appreciate that enough, like, you know, that real world experience. How do you get that experience if someone doesn't let you in the door and you're making that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Melbourne's really trying to revive its live music scene, and so, you know, these people have got so much to offer, and giving them that opportunity, I think, will just enhance the Melbourne scene even more. So.
I'm really fascinated about the psychology of live performance. Do you have any tips for people who might be struggling with that? Nerves, so on?
I'm probably one of the wrong people to ask that, because, you know, I always struggled with nerves in live music. I mean, I've always found myself in weird circumstances. So, for example, on Dancing with the Stars, where I was the singer on that show, you know, we were live to air, and so you were about to get counted in, realising there's probably 1.5 million people about to hear me sing live through their TV. Yeah, so I used to try and wrestle with those nerves, you know, which are a little bit different to being on stage, because I had to be, you know, pitch perfect and all that sort of stuff. There was no going back and redoing it. Don't make any mistakes, you know, all that sort of stuff. So it was really just about getting in the zone, so that you didn't make a mistake, but you also gave the song what it needed to have. So I was always sort of this pull between, you know, this really concentration aspect with a little bit of freedom, so that you were able to give it some life, you know. I think one of the things about performance is that there's so many different contexts to it. I mean, you'd know that as, you know, someone who's worked in different mediums. You know, there's so many different contexts, and they all deserve different attention and training and experience. You know, they all require different skills. And I think that's part of this program, is to, and when our students come into the studio here at the Digital Hub and record, they're learning different environments in which to work, because that's what professionals get thrown into all the time.
And the tracks that we're hearing, they get one go, basically.
Absolutely,
so that's TV.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Rod. It's been a pleasure hearing about the insight into Monash University and the pop music course. So thank you.
Thanks, Annie.
We're nearing the end of the show. We've got another episode coming soon though, and of course you can catch up on anything you've missed on YouTube. I've been Annie Louey. You can find me on socials and hanging out at dingy bars and pubs in Melbourne at night. I'm so hyped now for your final act. As I mentioned, if music doesn't take off for her, she needs to try comedy. Give it up for musical powerhouse Tamalia.
He's joking when he calls me stupid, right? He's joking when he calls me stupid, right? He's joking. We're just having some fun. He's joking when he calls me stupid, right? He's joking when he calls me stupid, right? I hope that he's joking and that he thinks that I'm smart. He still thinks I'm pretty when I'm in clothes, right? He still thinks I'm pretty when I'm in clothes, right? He still thinks I'm pretty no matter what I wear. He still thinks I'm pretty when I'm in clothes, right? He still thinks I'm pretty when I'm in clothes, right? I hope he still thinks that I'm pretty even when my skin's not bare. Cool He says he needs time, but he still wants me, right? He says he needs time, but he still wants me, right? He says he needs space so he can process his feelings. He says he needs time, but he still wants me, right? He says he needs time, but he still wants me, right? I hope he still wants me, 'cause I